Hey, we're from iFanboy.com. I'm Josh Flanagan.
I'm Connor Kilpatrick.
And I'm Ron Richards.
And we're going to talk to you about our cord-cutting experiences.
Our television watching.
Not comics?
Not comics.
Not comics. We normally talk about comics. We're good at it, damn
Over at iFanboy.com. Check it out.
I was not prepared.
But we also, the three of us, watch a lot of TV.
We've seen them out.
Went to college. I actually have a degree in TV.
I do too.
Yeah. No,
so
crazy.
cord cutting is all the rage, especially in the tech world, where people.
Topic of a show.
Why are we letting him talk about?
I know, because you have you're on the team.
We all have different experiences. You guys have cut the cord.
I was shocked when you cut.
Oh, well,
and it was a long time ago.
Oh, it was a long time ago. Yeah, no, really what happened for me was that I moved from the East Coast to San Francisco, and I was just like, and I was traveling for a bunch of weeks, and I realized I'm like, I don't need cable. Like, it was Comcast in San Francisco, which sucks, and it's a lot of money, and I realized that while I watch a lot of TV, because of DVRs and stuff like that, it was all appointment viewing, and so I was choosing what I was watching. I'm not a big flipper, like some people. So like I never sit at home and turn on the TV and just flip and find something. It was always, I'm just gonna watch this, I'm gonna watch this, I'm gonna watch this. And I realized with means of getting television on the internet, I was able to get everything that I watched, and so I never got cable once I moved to San Francisco. So I cut the cord in 2007. So yeah,
it's been a while. And you just did it this year.
Recently, I'm looking and I'm trying to save money. I'm just like, I was looking at my cable bill. My cable was $175 with basically it was with a DVR, an extra cable box, HD, HBO, and our internet service. And I was like, and so one day I did the math, and I went, okay, what about, I don't watch that many shows, and I did the math. I said, well, if I bought all these from iTunes, and I bought the new Apple TV 2 had just come out, and I said, if I bought all these from iTunes, what would it cost me? And I just did the math, and I was like, that would be a third, basically. Yeah. $600 a year, as opposed to whatever the cable cost me every year. So I was like, okay, well, this makes perfect sense. And so we did that, plus Netflix. Yeah. Like if you want to flip, if you're like, I just want to watch something, there's actually enough stuff on Netflix. My wife has been watching the fucking Kardashian show. Yeah. She's caught up with the Kardashians.
So you would have thought cutting the cord would escape.
That was actually one of my goals. I was like,
reality.
I don't want to have to watch any Real Housewives anymore, but I couldn't even get away from it. And so,
although Beverly Hills one is kind of awesome.
I mean, and you bring up a good point. Touch upon our setups. I mean, like I've got a 46-inch Sharp TV, like big, huge TV. I've got an original Apple TV that I've hacked and I'm running.
Do you still use it?
Well, I'm running Boxy on it. Okay. So I still use it. I use it for AirTunes to play music to my stereo. Right. And then I launch Boxy on it. And what I do is I download my shows via a protocol, and then I put it on my PC and serve that to Boxy and just watch my TV that way. So I download all HD. I'm getting HD. It's beautiful. It's not on exactly the time the show did, but
does Boxy run in MKV files?
I'm running AVIs because the old Apple TV.
So it's not HD.
Yeah. Well, no, but there are HD files, but they're still good.
We're not even mentioning the antennas.
And that's the other thing. That's the other thing. So I was like, I want to watch the Oscars. So I went out and I bought on Amazon. I got a $20 RCA indoor HD antenna. The first time I plugged it in and it popped into HD, I looked around. I'm like, am I getting away with something?
Yeah,
like
it looked better than my cable signal.
It did.
I paid $10 for one at Radio Shack. Yeah. I have two Apple TV 2s. I have one in the bedroom, one in the living room, and I serve stuff off of my TV, off of my PC or my iMac, basically. And I basically just download stuff from iTunes for the most part because I wanted to pay for it. I was like, I'm going to pay for it. And I actually decided I don't buy the HD versions. I just buy the SD versions because it pretty much looks. File. It also looks fine. Yeah.
The other thing I've been doing is I recently got the Sony Blu-ray player with Google TV, which has a browser. So one of my TV guilty pleasures is House Hunters on HGTV.
No reason to be guilty about that.
Right. And they've got full episodes on their website. And so I bookmark their website and I just full screen the Flash player on my TV and I watch it. And I watch
it. Looks good.
It looks great.
I just got a new Blu-ray player too, and it has every possible thing that you can have on it, Amazon and Hulu. So I signed up for Hulu Plus for $8, and now I don't even have to buy those shows anymore from iTunes. I just watch there. So and it looks really good. Like it looks better than TV.
See, but it's not for everybody. I mean, it's not for everyone's viewing habits. I work from home. I got 2 HD boxes with DVRs, and I say I probably only watch maybe a third of my TV through the DVR time shifting. Everything else is live. I watch a lot of sports. I watch a lot of news.
Oh, sports. So for what I did with sports is that the only sport I follow is baseball and MLB on the Roku box.
Yeah, I watch baseball. I watch football. I watch basketball playoffs.
Yeah. My Roku box just died actually, but luckily I was only using it for Netflix and for MLB, and then my Roku box died, and I realized I had 18 other devices that streamed Netflix on file.
I realized this the other day. It's like I have 5 things hooked up to my TV right now to watch Xbox with, or to watch Netflix.
So Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii, the
Apple TV,
the new Apple TV, the Roku, Google TV has it. And then if I want to hook up my laptop to it, that's 6 ways to watch Netflix.
I have the Apple TV, I got the Blu-ray, I have an Xbox, I have a Wii, I have an iPad, I got my laptop.
I mean, the only thing is, for live news, because you're a big news junkie and a big sports junkie.
But I also have like 18 movie channels, and I constantly just finding movies to watch. I also constantly I flip around and watch. I find stuff I never would have found. I watch a lot of DIY, a lot of HGTV, and I never would have found those shows if I didn't have.
If you don't have them,
that's what I was trying to cut out. Was that time that I was considering I was wasting. Like I was I didn't want to waste that time.
But the one thing.
And the other thing is, I'm not completely convinced that eventually the networks are not going to smash down everything that allows you to get these shows. Eventually.
Well, you're conspiracy.
That's why I'm paying.
No, not conspiracy, but eventually they're going to find a way.
Well, that's the rumor is that some of the networks are blocking Google TV, for example, and stuff like but.
And I'm not convinced Netflix is going to be on forever. I'm not convinced that none of
all this is the other thing too also is that right or wrong, like I like complex tech challenges and things like that, and I wouldn't like somebody was asking me at work. They're like, "Well, how do you watch? Tell me how you." I'm like, "No, it's not for you," because honestly, like if to replicate what I'm doing, it's all in my head and it's not that easy. And someone else might want something more simple, and like
Handbrake is helpful.
Right, but I can't explain handbrake to my mom.
I know, yeah.
That's the problem.
No, and that makes sense. I mean, for the most part, the way that I do it, it is pretty straightforward, but it's not the way that people think of TV.
Right.
So, like,
you're doing it more straightforward than I am.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I'm more of a hobbyist, where you're more of a consumer.
Yeah, no, I am, and I find that like when you're talking about movie channels and things like that, with Netflix at this point, a year ago, totally wouldn't have worked. But
now
at this point, there's so much stuff.
Yeah, but the point is, I can stumble on something I never would have thought of. Right. With Netflix, I have to go and think. And the interface isn't so great to be like.
Oh, it's great on the Apple TV.
The Google TV interface is really cool.
You still have to scale to hundreds of movies. Whereas I go to HBO, I go to Showtime, I go to Cinemax, and I go, I forgot about that movie.
Although the Netflix recommendations are scary accurate.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I've watched. A lot of movies that I was like, oh.
Yeah. But then like
I'm gonna watch Breaking Away.
I watch a lot of A&E. These are things all during the day while I'm at home. In the background, I've got documentaries going. I've got stuff that I would never be able to just go and say I want to watch.
Right.
I've discovered so many shows that I never would have found otherwise.
Right.
So that's why.
He's defending cable.
I know, it's amazing. You hate Time Warner.
Well, that's because the service sucks.
But it does suck.
It does.
It sucks balls.
But,
well, I know. So hobbyist, consumer, cable. I mean, it's all whatever really works. But I'm never gonna go back. That's my fault.
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
Well, until you have to when they shut down all this stuff.
I know. I find I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. But also, I buy the shows. So.
And you can watch our video show, iFanboy, via various different ways on the internet as well.
That's true. I have about 90 ways I can watch that one, too.
Exactly. So.
Can you start doing that? All 90 ways?
Yeah.
We'll help with our numbers.
Okay, but that's pretty much my weekend. Bye.